So, as promised under the last video, I got a new Pit Viper Strike compilation. Starting off with the prairie rattlesnake. But as you can see, she's very focused on me still, but oh, there we go. And boom. Very nice. And you can tell that mouse is feeling that venom already. See? She got it right in the head, it seems. Very impressive. And she was, of course, focused on me for a second there when I opened her box up. But she does notice that food is there rather quickly anyway. And I think you can kind of see the blood spot right there on the head of that mouse. See that? It's right where she bit it. Very nice. Very beautiful snake right there, in my opinion. This is of course also an albino specimen. But I really like with this species, at least you can still make out the patterning very clearly, even with the albinos. Looks even nicer with the yellow coloration and red eyes. So, this is the lancehead pit viper, further lance, or whatever you want to call it, Bothrops atrox. Oh, there we go. See, the hunt is on right there. She's very focused. And it's actually typical lancehead viper behavior. They do like to pounce up on their prey a bit, sneak up on it. I mean, but that hiding box is in the way. I should have removed it entirely right away. I think I'm gonna do that now. Obviously, I'm gonna take my tweezers for that because she's a bit of an. Oh, she just tried to bite me, and no, she tried to bite me again, but it's fine. As long as she stays inside of her cage and doesn't throw a tantrum through my room again, it's fine, really. Oh, come on, the foot's right there. Just wait till the mouse moves. Boom. There we go, that was a really nice strike. Probably got a good amount of venom inside. Oh, and another one. A good amount of venom inside of that mouse. She held onto it for a good second or two. Now look at that. But she does behave very nicely today, actually. See, she just sits there, remains still inside of her cage. Boom. Wow. I think that third strike just dumped so much venom into that mouse that it just passed away immediately, see? Very impressive. Never mind, still a little bit of twitching going on there, but I think that's gonna be it. So, hope you enjoyed that one. A big fan of the lancehead vipers for sure. They can be a bit stressful to work with, as they are very agile and even aggressive at times, but for the most part it does work out. So, this is the Crotalus helleri, and he's gonna be hungry for sure. He's a very food aggressive snake. Boom. Oh. See how fast he strikes. It's and another one. He bit it 3 times already. Very interesting behavior always from there we go, from the Crotalus helleri. Don't know of any other rattlesnake species, or at least the ones that I keep, that like to bite the prey item so many times. There we go, look at that venom taking effect there. As I explained in several other videos already, the Crotalus helleri are by far some of the most potent rattlesnakes in North America. Similar to Crotalus scutulatus. They have some very strong neurotoxic component within the venom as well, which makes it especially dangerous for human bite victims. There we go, look at the mouse. It's I think it's 100% dead already. So let's go on to the next one then. So, and I'm gonna feed the cottonmouths as well, or at least the male specimen for this video. Oh, come on, the mouse is right there. Oh, there we go. And I think I actually mixed up in all the videos before the genders of the two specimens I had. I just kind of trusted the guy who gave them to me, who told me which one he thought was male and female, but I never, checked it for myself, as I didn't plan on breeding them anytime soon. But now that I do, I kind of had to take a look at the tails, under the tails myself, and it turned out that the genders got mixed up at some point. So it's whatever. Ooh, there we go, another strike. And the mouse kind of tried to nag the cottonmouth right there for a bit, but as I explained in several other videos as well, these small mice, they can't really hurt the snakes anyway. Their scales, they do protect them to a certain degree. Would be a bit of a different thing if I would feed him a large rat, for example. Or then I would have to be a bit more careful and maybe interfere with the tongues if the rodent tries to fight back with. But again, with these small mice, it really isn't a problem. So it seems like there isn't much movement going on in that prey item anyway as well. And you can see he's already taking a really close look at it. See to check when he can start swallowing it. He's gonna notice. Oh, there we go. I think I'm gonna record him now gulping down that mouse as well. See, he's usually rather fast, especially with a small prey item like this. So, next up is the copperhead female. Let's see, she's gonna be hungry for sure, I can assure you that. Look. Boom. Very nice. I think she got some substrate stuck in her mouth, but she's gonna get it out. See. And that mouse seems to be just stuck there. Not even sure if it's envenomated or not. Looks like she's in for... Oh, there we go. Another stuck. And another one. Very nice. See, with that last strike, apparently she dumped so much venom into that mouse that it passed away pretty much immediately. Look at that. Very nice. So I'm just gonna try to get that mouse now out of that corner. There we go. Just gonna put it right next to her so she can eat it nice and easy right away. And let's go on to the next one then. And as you can see, the 100 pacer is back in action as well. Sadly, I kind of screwed up the recording a bit though and didn't manage to capture the actual strike for you as well. So I apologize for that. But I'm gonna film the rest of the feeding process now, which I think is better than nothing. This way you get to see this very impressive species of pit viper, at least in my opinion. The beautiful sharp-nosed viper Deinagkistrodon acutus, sometimes also called the Chinese copperhead or moccasin. And as you can see, he's doing these little twitchy movements with his head. At the beginning, I thought that he's doing that to, kind of move the venom glands or to, get more venom inside of the prey item, but I actually don't think that's the case at all. By now, I kind of just think that it's just him trying to get his very long fangs duck inside the prey item back out again so he can swallow it, which he does struggle a bit at times with. So it seems like he is making some progress now, though. I think he got one fang already unstuck, and the left one seems to be still duck inside the mouth, but he's gonna get that out as well. And then he can start swallowing it. Sometimes he kind of tries to move the rodent in his jaw to get the head aligned properly so he can, gulp it down normally, but sometimes he also just kind of holds the mouse and swallows it in that position he's holding it right now. But I think he's set on eating that one head first. So, and I hope the video quality is okay when I'm kind of filming him through the cage. I know it's a bit better when I film from up top. Maybe I'm gonna try to do it afterwards, but this way it is a little bit more safe for me, at least. Of course, he could spit out that prey item now anytime and defend himself if he feels like he would have to, but usually he doesn't have a problem with me recording him at all. There we go, look at that. Again, this species really does it for me. Has to be one of my absolute favorites for sure. The Deinagkistrodon acutus. They just look like the perfect mix of a lancehead viper and a moccasin. Just look at that. And you can tell it's a little bit of a bloody procedure with these really long fangs. There we go. See, now he got the head properly aligned. Very nice. Will be a beautiful and unique pit viper as well. They have that, very funny looking nose horn that you usually only see in true vipers. And he also lays eggs, which is rather unique for a viper in general as well. I only know of the Malayan pit viper, to which he is somewhat distantly related to, that also lays eggs. But other than that, I don't even know of any other viper species that doesn't give live birth. So as you can see, I kinda sped up that little clip right there. Had to do another voiceover now, therefore. So, seems like he's more or less finished now. Still got a little bit of substrate stuck inside the mouth, but even if he just swallows that down as well, it really doesn't matter. That's why I use that wooden substrate. They can swallow of that as much as they want. It's not gonna harm them in any way. There we go. So, hope you enjoyed that one. This is gonna be the last venomous snake feeding for this video. Boom. This is the dusky pygmy rattlesnake, Sistrurus milliarius baburi. Very beautiful. This is the male specimen. And I used to have a pair of this species actually. which is a bit unfortunate. I gave away the female, and I kept him because I thought he was the more beautiful and also more well-behaved individual. But then I got offered this very nice striped morph of this species, and it is a male specimen as well. And he just looked way too beautiful to, say no to him. And I would kind of like to breed the striped morph as well. So now I kind of regret selling the female one that I had. But they are offered somewhat commonly, so soon I will probably have a nice breeding group of the pygmy rattlesnakes again. Anyway, so I'm not sure if the envenomation has taken full effect. As you can tell, that mouse is still doing rather well. See, he is taking a closer look now as well. Obviously, the snakes, they can sense if the venom is inside. And obviously, they also make use of that in the wild, in particular to track down the prey item afterwards. Obviously, in captivity, when the mouse is together with the snake in one cage, it can't go very far anyway. But in the wild, they could run off a good distance. And then the venom also helps to the snakes to track it down afterwards. Seems like he is just gonna keep a real good eye on it. He really is keen on only striking it once. See. And that mouse, it only seems to be a bit confused by that venom. It doesn't seem to be in much pain at all. Like, even if the whole process does take a bit longer, it is still reasonably humane in my opinion. You need to keep in mind, most predatory animals, they just kinda eat their prey alive, you know. Like, snakes in general, they really aren't very gruesome creatures at all. I know that you could maybe get another impression of that from watching these videos, but you need to keep in mind, if I would like throw a rodent into the cage of a snake that just isn't hungry because it's shedding, for example, it wouldn't bother wasting one drop of venom, you know, for that mouse, even if it runs all over it. It just wouldn't care, you know. Like, compare that to a house cat. Even if you would throw a mouse to a normal house cat, I think they would just like play with it until it dies, and then probably wouldn't even bother eating it afterwards, you know. Snake really wouldn't do that. They only strike if they are hungry or if they, you know, actually feel the need to defend their life. There we go. The mouse is still just walking around all confused. I think the venom has kicked in now though, see? Took a few minutes. There we go. That's it right there. Just gonna lay it right there next to the snake. He is gonna enjoy that one for sure. It's a nice big meal for him. Probably won't have to feed him for a few weeks for sure. 3 to 4 weeks. There we go. So, hope you enjoyed the video. And still got a little bit of bonus footage now, feeding the non-venomous snakes. There we go. This is the ivory ball python. And he is a bit on the slim side, but I'm really not trying to power feed them at all. I'm not really keen on breeding ball pythons. And he's a male anyway, so I think it's better that way to let them grow normally. But I am gonna give him another one afterwards, I think. So The second one for him. See if he likes to take it as well. Come on. There we go. With the constrictors, I like to hold the mice in front of them so they can take the time to deliver a nice, perfect grip. See? That's very nice. Got it right behind, right on the head. This way the mouse has no chance of fighting back and is gonna pass away within a few seconds actually. Very nicely done. So, I think that's gonna be it.